Hey everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel God Will Do It For You. My name is Steven and I hope everyone's having a great day. And what we're going to be talking about today is something that I've reiterated in bits and pieces in several of my videos, but just the value of keeping your mouth shut when God is getting ready to do something special for you. So when He's getting ready to bless you. And the reason that this is important is because after rereading the story of Joseph in Genesis, it starts at chapter 37. It never says that his brothers outwardly told him that they hated him or that they were envious and jealous of him. They expressed it, but Joseph never got that from them as far as verbally saying, we don't like you. We hated of you. We don't like you. We hate you. His father and mother, when Joseph told his father the dream that he had about the sun and the stars bowing down to him, his father kept it inside and didn't express it. And it's funny how when you have something exciting that you want to tell and you decide to confide in the people that are closest to you, that are your blood, or maybe it's a best friend that you've had since childhood, or whoever the case may be, you really never know what they are thinking. And most of the time, we sometimes turn a blind eye to the red flags that are right before us due to the excitement that we're having at the time. It's a dangerous thing because we don't want to ever be so blind that we can't see what's right in front of us, the obvious red flags. And that is why the value of keeping your mouth shut when God has either told you something, you've had a strong vision, or you have a dream or a goal or anything like that in mind, it's always wise to keep your mouth shut. Now, I know you're like, well, I want to tell somebody, I should be able to trust somebody. You're right. And so for me, a personal experience is this just happened not too long ago. And I just been keeping my mouth shut, and I only trust one person to tell certain things to, and that's my dad. And I got this letter in the mail saying, hey, there's some money waiting on you, and that it's matured and it can't gain value anymore, and that you need to fill out this claim form so you can get it. And so that shocked me because I'm like, I exhausted my 401k. What else could there be? Who else would have put something away from me that I had no knowledge of? And now it's to the point where now's the time to get it. It's all about God's timing. Now's the time to get it. And I was thinking, and I was like, well, that doesn't sound like something my mom would do. I hate to say that. And I was like, but it sounds like something my dad would do, because when I was younger, my dad would tell me, hey, I've been doing something for you, and one day it's going to be worth, whatever it's going to be worth. And, I did that for you. He used to tell me that when I was younger. I totally forgot about it, but then that particular conversation came to mind, and I was like, well, I don't know if that's what he was talking about, whatever. But when I spoke to my dad this past Sunday, I asked him, I was like, I got this letter saying this is there. Did you do that? And he said, yes. He said, yes, I did that over the course of 20 years. He said, I don't know how much of it you're actually going to get, because I know that, I hate to say it this way, but I know that your mom was using some of it. But he said, yes, I was saving money, extra money out my paychecks over 20 years for you to help you. And so that immediately made me feel really thankful and a big voice of gratitude, because I never knew he was doing that. And isn't that like our Heavenly Father, that you would confide into Him because you can trust Him? And not only that, God saves things for you for a particular time without you even having to ask. It's just the goodness of Him. And the first thing that my dad had said when I had told him this, he was like, I wouldn't tell your mom. He said, because I don't know how that information, especially the details of it, could affect y'all's relationship if it's good. And the one thing about my family is they all talk. And I have a really good relationship with all my family, but my family does not know that I'm self-employed. They do not know. They don't know I have this YouTube page. They do not know. They don't know a lot of things. I keep a lot of things private just because I'm trying to protect my energy and also my vision and my dreams. Not everybody has the same vision and the same dreams. And as you can see, when Joseph told his family this, his brothers tried to sabotage the dream by trying to kill him. But God just had another thing for him. But it was a immature mindset that Joseph had at the time. He was only 17 years old. And it makes sense why he didn't think before he decided to speak about it. But we're at the point of our lives where we have the wisdom, which is in the Bible. We have the experiences in our lives, so that way we can apply the knowledge to today. We should know better. If you got to tell somebody, make sure somebody that you can really trust. And honestly, there's not many people out here that you can really trust, because everybody talks. But the one person that I knew that I could trust was my dad. My dad is always he's a tight-lipped person just like me. And I knew that I could trust him and I could tell him, and I knew he wouldn't act funny or whatever the case may be. And it turns out that it was actually him that did it. And this is why, again, it's important to protect these blessings that God has for you, because, right now, different things are happening to different, people on my end, and, they see the things that God is doing for me. And I remember just a particular comment last week. They're like, man, God's blessing you, but, all this stuff is happening to me. See, I pay attention to things like that because, you don't want to ever turn a blind eye to envy or anything like that, or jealousy. You have to pay attention. You have to pay attention, and it's not so that way you can act better or be, you're protecting what God is trying to do for you. You're just protecting it. Sometimes we have to learn to keep our mouth shut. It's okay to be quiet sometimes and just wait and see what's going to happen. Because when the time is right, then yes, people will find out certain things. If they start noticing things, this and that, like, yeah, God did this for me. At that point, if they want to feel some type of way, whatever, the blessing is already came in and secure. So my aim is to let y'all know, like, hey, if you see something in the horizon that's brewing up, it's okay to keep your mouth shut. You don't have to tell everybody everything all the time. If you have a really good relationship and it's showing promise, you don't have to tell everybody. You don't have to post it on social media. If you have a job opportunity coming that's going to provide you a financial benefit that you never had before, you don't have to tell everybody all the time, because paperwork can fall through. You never know who somebody's connected to. You just don't know. And what's for us is for us, but things can be delayed. Things can be delayed based off of our hastiness with speaking too soon. So our aim needs to be to move in silence, to move with intent, and to be happy inside. It's okay to be happy about what God is going to do, but make sure you confide into who won't say anything, and that's God. In my case, it was God and my dad. But same thing, you have to make sure that you use that discernment, because Joseph didn't know that they were getting ready to sabotage him. His dad, on the other hand, favored him, but he still felt some type of way about that comment Joseph said. So again, it could be your parents, it could be your kin, your best friend. It's always somebody close to you. So always remember that. Y'all have a good day.